Welcome back to the Grizzly Gang, everybody. I'm Carson Shea.
I'm Vince Byrne.
I'm Charles Lorman.
And I'm Cade Gebhard.
And we have our editor, Will Douglas, and Xander Lees. And today, Will is going to be joining us on our special Valentine's Day segment, The Brochler, as our host. So let's jump to Will.
Hello, boys. I appreciate you all being here, and I'm wanting to be chosen as Carson's bro. Carson is looking forward to learning more about you guys and finding the true best bro. Welcome to the Brochler.
All right. I know you guys pretty well, but I'm going to ask you guys some questions. You guys are legends because I'm trying to figure out who my best bro is for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to start off with question one. I'm starting with you, Vince. Would you rather play water polo or lacrosse as your career?
I'm going to have to go with water polo because, they get paid more than lacrosse players. So got to go with water polo.
How about you, Cade?
I'd have to say the same thing. It pays more and it's dangerous.
Charles?
As the only lacrosse player in the group, I'm going to have to go with lacrosse, but you guys are not wrong, unfortunately.
Yeah. How much what's the difference in pay?
It's like 27 grand a season for lacrosse players if you're good. Water polo, I have not looked into, but I would not be surprised if it's similar, if not higher. So
I've heard it's in the millions.
Oof, that
is a bit more.
I might not have to re-examine my life after today. Goodness.
All right. Question two. If you could be in any movie, which one would you pick? Vince?
Probably Star Wars because it's exciting and it'd be cool to be like a Jedi or something.
Indeed. What about you, Cade?
I'd have to say Fast and Furious because I just like cars and I like to drive fast at the same time. So
just like in real life.
Hey, we don't have to talk about that.
Charles?
We're going to go with Star Wars too. Yeah.
All right.
Gotta get a lightsaber.
Couple safe picks there. All of you guys are just going simple right now. None of you seem to be my best bro. All right.
Sneaking up, it looks like. Jeez.
All right, moving on. What type of sandwich would you be if you could be one, Vince?
Well, probably a BLT because that's one of my favorite sandwiches because it's got bacon in it, which automatically makes it great. And I feel like it's very versatile. You can have it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Good answer. Gabe?
I'd have to say grilled cheese. It's pretty simple, I know, and it's pretty basic, but I've had it forever. I've had it since I was 4 years old, and it's just been my favorite. I have it all the time, so.
It's easy to make, too.
Yeah.
Charles?
I mean, Cade, respect the grilled cheese, of course. Vinny, bacon, good on everything. I got to go with the cheeseburger, man. It's meat and 2 pieces of bread. That is, by definition, 100% fact, sandwich. It counts.
That's a controversial opinion, but I agree with you.
You got to look at the facts, man. And, the facts, they don't lie. It's a sandwich, but thank you.
Speaking of controversies, what is the best colored gummy bear? And I'm going to start with Cade this time.
It's red. It's always the red ones. It has to be because it's either strawberry, cherry, watermelon, any of those, and those are always the best flavor in my opinion.
What about you, Charles?
All right, you know what? Clear the landing. I'll be the bad guy here. Red is good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not. It's far from perfect. For me, it's the pineapple ones all the way. I mean, again, nothing against red, but it's in everything. Pineapple is fresh. It's good. It's perfect.
What about you, Vince?
Probably purple.
There's purple gummy bears?
I don't know. I don't eat that many gummy bears.
Good answer.
Gummy bears, to be honest. So I just said purple.
Well, none of you said my favorite, which is green, which might be controversial, but I like the green ones.
I mean, the green one was the one who sang the Gummy Bear song, so there is that.
That's so true. The Gummy Bear album coming out soon, right?
Oh yeah, like November 16th or something.
Yeah.
When it drops.
November 13th, something like that.
Yeah, sure, why not? I did too much background research on the Gummy Bear album before this podcast, I'll be honest.
All right, guys, what's your favorite Diary of a Wimpy Kid book? Charles?
Okay. Roderick rules. It's got like the mom bucks. It is awesome. I mean, back in the day, I was on the front lines of the Not My Roderick debate, don't get me wrong. And that book with Loaded Diaper, it is classic literature, deserving of being in the Library of Congress. All right. That's unequivocally probably the best piece of literature created by man. Roderick rules.
Vince?
This might be surprising. This might be a problem, but I've never read any of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books.
Oh my goodness. This is unbelievable.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I never read.
Oh my gosh. That just dogged Vince so much.
No. Oh no.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen a movie?
No.
I'm just going to move on. Okay.
Well, it's going to be surprising, but for me, it has to be the first one because that's where the story all starts, and that's how you lead into the other books. And that first one, it's classic. It's just original. It leads on into the other novels, like Roderick Rules, like Charles stated.
That's right. That's where the cheese touch started. And that's one of the biggest turning points in all of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That really changed just not only literature, but the cinematic universe. So I think that is a big deal when the cheese touch was introduced.
Absolutely.
It's the new hope to Roderick Rules' Empire Strikes Back. For sure.
All right, guys. What's the best brand of paper towels? Vince?
It's Bounty because it's the quicker picker upper. Obviously. The quicker picker upper. It's got no competition.
Cade?
I have to agree with Vince again here. It's Bounty, the quicker picker upper, like you just said.
What about you, Charles?
Not faster than those other brands.
I mean, Bounty is good. It's a tough. My back's against the wall on this one. I won't lie, but the brawny man, he would kick Bounty to the curb any day. He chops down entire forests just to make paper towels. Drives a Hummer. He cares not for your mortal qualms. He transcends Bounty.
I think Bounty's got to be up there. I feel like that's just the one that we all know and love. So
again, like I said, it's close, but I got to stick out if I want to be Carson's best bro.
That's true. You got to stick out, just like Charles said. So this one might be really controversial. This one, both these artists have changed the music industry. Who's better, the Beatles or Cardi B? Charles.
Hold on, I gotta think through this. Ooh. I mean, the Beatles are titans, don't get me wrong. Sgt. Pepper's, Here Comes the Sun, Strawberry Fields. But Cardi B, she's released some songs too. So, you know what? I'm a 60s music fan. I'm going with the Beatles, the Beebles.
Cade?
I don't like Cardi B at all, so I'm going to have to go with the Beatles as well.
Good choice. Vince?
I mean, the Beatles, I'm pretty sure, have the record for like the most albums sold, the most platinum records and whatnot. The Beatles are legendary. I don't think Cardi B is nearly as legendary.
Yeah, I don't think you can compare Cardi B to one of the greatest bands in history.
That's a respectable answer. All right, so we got 3 Beatles answers there. All right, another this or that. Who is the GOAT in basketball, Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Vince?
I mean, as a Cavs fan, I'm torn on this because LeBron brought us our first championship, the first championship in Cleveland in years. But I mean, I don't think he's the greatest. I think Michael Jordan, I mean, he had 6 rings to LeBron's 3. When LeBron gets 6 rings, I think this discussion can be open. But I think for now, Jordan is the GOAT.
You know, when you think about it, let's say you go to the store 6 times trying to get a certain beverage like Pepsi, and then you get that Pepsi all 6 times. But LeBron, on the other hand, went to that store 10 of those times and only got the Pepsi 4 times.
4 times. Yeah, exactly.
So there's a big difference there, in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll see how. I mean, LeBron's still got some time left in his career, but as of now, I think Jordan is still the GOAT.
Cade?
I'd have to agree. LeBron James, don't get me wrong, he's a very good player, but Michael Jordan is he kind of changed basketball way back when he first started and became very good and popular. And LeBron James is just like piggybacked off of him, in my opinion. He's just carried on that legacy, but Michael Jordan was the original GOAT.
Charles?
It's going to be Michael Jordan every day. I mean, when LeBron James gets like a 6-part Netflix documentary all about his final year, then sure. Well, again, like Vince said, we'll talk then. But I mean, LeBron is good, no doubt, but he didn't dominate the league in much the same way Jordan did. You know, LeBron is still being challenged by players like Nikola Jokic, the big Serbian man. Michael Jordan was just unchallenged in the sport, basically.
And to add to that, LeBron's always needed a super team to win, whereas I feel like Jordan was able to carry his team more.
You know, that's true. And one thing, I don't think Michael Jordan, of course, like every NBA player flops, but they flopped. He just flops all the time. He just won a Mickey Mouse ring in the NBA bubble, and I think he's fraud. So I just think MJ's the GOAT.
Amen.
Glad we're all in agreement.
All right, this one can get crazy. Who is the best boy band of all time? Vince.
Well, obviously, Big Time Rush.
I like it. Charles.
Is it even a question? Big Time Rush. Why there hasn't been a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nomination for Big Time Rush yet is a travesty, and it's why humans are frankly falling behind, in my opinion.
You know, in my opinion, Big Time Rush really taught the Beatles everything they know, and they just really introduced music to just all these generations.
The Beatles, Cardi B, all of them learned what they knew from Big Time Rush.
All right, Cade, who's yours?
I want to be real with you. I think it's Green Day. They've been in my life since I was 4 years old. I've been watching them. I've been listening to them forever. I know it's a very controversial opinion here, considering you all just said Big Time Rush, but that's just. I'm
just going to cut you off there. Can you please turn your camera and mic off? You have been kicked off of the. You've been kicked off of the Brochler. All right, it's just Vince and Charles now. It's been a pleasure having Cade, but after that answer, I just couldn't deal with it anymore. Thank you guys for knowing what true music sounds like.
Of course.
All right, is a hot dog a sandwich? Vince?
Yes, a hot dog is a sandwich.
Why?
Well, I mean, because if a hot dog, okay, so the technical, people will argue that a sandwich is 2 pieces of bread versus 1. However, by that argument, a sub sandwich, like a Subway sandwich, is also not a sandwich because it's like a bun kind of thing. So a hot dog is a sandwich.
Ooh, that's never thought about that.
Yeah.
Earls?
I mean, a great question, one that has befuddled some of the greatest minds of our generation and indeed our human history. It is, as Cade said, meat between bread, which maketh a sandwich. It doesn't matter how many slices, if you got a Big Mac with 3, or a sub sandwich or hot dog with just 1 sliced in the middle. Meat betwixt bread maketh a sandwich. That's what Aristotle believed. That's what Hawking believed. Einstein. It is without a doubt a sandwich.
Yeah, I heard Steve Jobs invented the hot dog.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, right after the iPhone 4. He was releasing iPhones in good quality up until that point because he was like, all right, I can't figure out this hot dog thing. Might as well throw out this stuff and make some money here.
Charles, I love your energy on this game show so far. You know,
No, only the best.
For those watching, Charles is in the lead by a little bit, considering Vince has never read or seen a Diver Wimpy Kid.
Yeah.
And Charles is going ham right now with all of his data, so he has that slight edge.
You got to plan ahead if you're going to be on the brochler. You fall behind, it'll get you.
Vince, you got to come back here.
I got to admit that I think the Diary of a Wimpy Kid thing really threw me behind. I wasn't expecting that question, and it's made me rethink some things.
Classic literature. First printed with the Gutenberg printing press, and nothing has come close to that level of masterpiece of Jeff Kinney since then.
Honestly, like comparing music and like cinema and books, I think Diver Wimpy Kid and Big Time Rush are like just the elitists of both categories.
They truly are.
I just think they both shaped, since the 1800s, they just completely shaped the future of both categories.
Without a doubt.
All right. So who is your favorite football team? And before you guys answer that, I just want to let you know that if you answer the Patriots, you're going to have to leave just like Cade was sent home. So I'll start with you, Vince.
Well, I'm a Browns fan.
Okay, good.
They're my favorite football team.
I'm sorry for your loss over the last
20
years. This past season.
Yeah, it hasn't always been easy, but that has made this past season so much better.
I enjoyed watching you guys succeed, so I hope you keep that up. Charles?
Like Cade, I follow a burdened team with the Green Bay Packers, a fantastic team, great organization, the history, but 1-5 in NFC Championship games since 2010. It's been a tough road, but I'll stick with them. And of course, I've also got to root for the hometown Broncos as well. I both of them.
I just have to say, Charles, I don't think you can compare the burden of being a Packers fan to a Browns fans. The Browns have never made a championship in 20 years. I just got to put that out there.
Have you ever heard
not to knock on you? I understand that that's got to be difficult, but I mean, we lived through the drive, the fumble,
the 0-16,
the 0-16 season, Johnny Manziel. It's been
that's true. My apologies, but
no, it's okay.
Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Cleveland, the ineptitent? I think that's the word. I don't know.
All right, well, what if the Browns and Packers faced off in a Super Bowl in the next 2 years? Then what would happen between you two?
I mean, Vinny would have a rough day of it, but otherwise.
Honestly, if the Browns even made the Super Bowl, I would be happy anyways.
Yeah.
Even if
I like that answer, Vince. That just bumped you up. I wanted to ask that question to see if it was going to be more of a fight or if there's some positivity. But Vince got that positivity and optimism right now. Vince, is water wet?
Water is not wet. Water makes things wet because being wet is having water on something. So water itself is not wet.
Another good definition of wet would be Steph Curry.
That's true. He's automatic from the 3-point line.
Oh yeah.
Charles?
I'm gonna have to agree with my friend Vinny here. Because it's tricky to get into the sciences of it, but humans are 70% water, and we're not 70% wet. Only.
That's a good point, Charles.
I don't know. Again, like Carson said, to be wet, you have to be 100% wet. And humans, even when we get into water, when anything gets in water, it does not become 100% wet unless it's like the aforementioned Steph Curry.
All right. So both of you said water is not wet.
We can't show this in any science teacher seminars. I'm just realizing now. But.
All right. Charles, I'm going to start with you this time. What is your dream car?
Oh, I have many, all ranging from like the DeLorean from Back to the Future to VW vans, but I'm going with, in white and blue, the 1967 Shelby Super Snake Ford Mustang. It is everything you want and more.
I like it. Vince?
So, my dream car, it's not exactly a dream car. It's the car I have now. It's a 1984 Mercedes 300D. That's my baby.
The Colonel.
It's pretty old. It's a little worse for the wear. There's some dents. So I guess my dream car would be my current car, but completely fixed. A working air conditioning, get the dents out, new paint job, all nice and new. All the engine stuff worked out, that would be my dream car.
Oh, that's a good choice.
I'm getting a little tear in my eye. That's a beautiful answer, Vinny.
Neither of you said it, but if I had to pick a dream car, one that'd be up there for me would probably be the Battle Bus.
Oh, from Fortnite?
Yep.
Dude.
Fortnite swag, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Victory Royale and whatnot.
All right, Vince, what's the best soda?
Sprite, but only Sprite from McDonald's.
Oh, it's pretty crisp, if that makes sense.
Crisp, and for whatever reason, Sprite always tastes better from McDonald's.
Is Sprite wet?
Does Sprite have water in it?
Probably.
So then, yes, Sprite is wet.
Wait, when you
water wasn't wet.
Yeah, but Sprite is covered in water, which means it's wet because being wet is being covered in water.
I don't know anymore, man.
All right, Charles, your turn. What's your favorite soda, or what's the best?
Ooh, the best. Purely out of convenience, I go with like the Baja Blast from Taco Bell. That's the good stuff. But if I can find a bottle at Walmart, I got to go with the Diet Mountain Lightning. It is fantastic.
That's NASCAR. You describe it. Right, what's one word that you would describe Diet Mountain Lightning as? Like Sprite is crisp.
Ooh. That's a good question. Refreshing. It'll really, on a hot summer's day, a nice tall glass of Diet Mountain Lightning. Nothing like it on God's green earth.
Charles, I just have to say, Mountain Lightning is good, but I think Baja Blasts are overrated.
I've heard it before. I like it. I can see where y'all are coming from, but for me,
I just think it hits different at Taco Bell, though.
It does, just like Sprite.
You get 18 burritos and a few Doritos Locos Tacos, and then drink that Baja Blast, and it's so different. All right, guys. So we know Cage's been kicked off due to the fact that he prefers Green Day over Big Time Rush. And now, both of you, I'd like you both to explain what makes you the better bro. And Charles, I'm going to start with you.
What makes me the better? First, let me say, Vinny, if he's selected by you, I'll understand. You'll always have a special place in my heart, Carson, but Vinny's a swell guy. I mean, best things about me, I'm all about that grind. I'll work any job I can and get you the best life possible. Um, I'm a man of culture. I'm dressed up in a polo. You can see I we'll go to the opera and whatnot. I can show you all around the finer spots of high society. And, I think this might sound odd. I think I just want this more. I want to be the bro more, I think.
Okay. Vince.
Charles, I respect your answer and I respect you, but I think I am the better bro. I feel like I'm just chill. I can do whatever. I can go like hang out. We can just do whatever. I really don't care, and that's why I think I'm the better bro.
All right. I won't agree, but I respect you.
Charles,
All right.
Handshake. Good luck. Best of luck to you.
Best of luck to you, Vinny.
All right, boys, this is it. What is your ideal day with the bros? The day, whoever I choose here, what would you want to do for our bro day? Vince?
I mean, like I said, I'm good to do whatever. But, I think it's fun to, get outside, run around, throw a football around, something like that.
Charles?
I mean, we got to first go. I think a day with the boys, it's just, there's no such thing as a bad day when you're with the boys. Maybe we go to McDonald's, grab a couple Travis Scott burgers, a few Travie patties here and there, get some nice cold Sprites so we can be cracking cold ones open with the boys, legally. And, I think from there on, we'll just have a great day with ourselves. Like, we'll know how to have a good day with the boys. And yeah.
All right. So let me take some time here. I'm going to take about, we hadn't planned, but I think it's going to take about 8.5 years in order for me to make this decision. So we're going to cut from here and 8.5 years into the future where I decide who the boy is.
All right. Setting my alarm now. 8.5 years.
All right. Vince and Charles, it's been a pleasure having both of you on the Bachelor today. Will has been a wonderful host. And I'm sorry again to Cade for kicking him off so early, but I respect you as well, Cade. So, all right, let's see. Charles, you got that comedy. I like the comedy that you had. There were a lot of funny answers, just a lot of things that I agreed with. And Vince, same with you. A lot of the things you said, I completely agreed with. And it was hard to deny the facts that you were stating. But Charles gave a lot of research. And I just think I'm going to have to go with Charles here. Charles, you're my bro.
Carson, you don't know how much this means to me. I promise I'll be a great bro for you. Cade, Vince, it was an honor competing with you fine gentlemen. Thank you so much, Carson.
Maybe we can go to a DaBaby concert or watch a Nuggets game here soon.
I would love nothing more, Carson. That will be levitating.
It's been a long Vince, turn your camera on. It's okay. You, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Goodbye, Vince.
All right. Well, thank you for participating in our Brochular, Charles, Vince, and Cade. Glad to see that Carson got to choose someone for his bro on Valentines Day. And yeah, we'll get back to you guys. Thank you.
So that does it for this special episode of the Grizzly Gang podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Carson Shea.
I'm Vince Byrne.
I'm Charles Lorman.
And Kate is disqualified. Tune into the next one. Happy Valentine's Day.